everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you are new, if you're not new, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marina. I'm aware I look like a mess. Ignore that, I just woke up. Today's video has been one that I was supposed to do weeks ago. Now I'm doing it because I actually have the time. Me and my friend, we decided to annotate our favorite books and give them to each other. Me and her, we have kind of the same reading taste, so we trusted each other to do this. Like I know that she wouldn't give me a book that I wouldn't read, and vice versa. Today I'm gonna be annotating Legendborn and probably the rest of the week because this is a thick book and it takes me a while to read this anyway, let alone like annotating in between. It's gonna take me a minute. I didn't tell her what book that I'm giving her, and she didn't tell me which book that she's giving me. It's a surprise. I gave her a list of 5 books and asked her which ones she has not read so that I can make a decision. I'm annotating this for her because it is my favorite book. The Legendborn cycle is like one of my favorite series, if not my favorite series of all time, by Tracy Deonn. It's just so excellent. And my friend, her name is Morgan, she has the sequel for some reason but not the first book, so I was just thinking like kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's just give her the first book, but with my annotations so it can be more meaningful and stuff. One thing about this is I'm on a little bit of a time crunch, to be honest. We're trying to do this before she goes back to school, and that is I think in like a few weeks, which should give me enough time to read Legendborn again, but I don't know. I don't annotate. I have no method to my madness here, okay? I'm just kind of going in with a highlighter and a pen, and we're just gonna see how this goes. I don't know why I waited this long to do this. I really should have done this beforehand, like a while ago, but it's okay. We move. No matter how long it takes, I'm determined. I don't annotate for fun usually. If I annotate a book, it's because I love it a lot, and I usually don't love it until I'm finished reading it. So I usually don't annotate until like the 2nd read or the 3rd read. So this is fitting because this is gonna be my 3rd time reading Legendborn. So I guess it makes sense. Like I said, I don't have a method to this, so I don't know what I'm gonna be annotating because there's like a lot of world building in this book. If you guys don't know, like it's very world build heavy. The characters are very complex. I might start off with favorite quotes because there are a lot of quotes from this book that I love. I'll just leave like little notes in the margins for her. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that's kind of the video for this week. I don't know if this is gonna be good or not, but I want to show you guys my process of annotating because for the few books that I do annotate, it's kind of different every single time. Not purposefully, it's just because it just depends on how I'm feeling. I don't know what annotating Legendborn is gonna be like for me, but I can't wait to find out. I have a few things to do today. Nothing that requires me to leave the house, but like a few responsibility things that I need to knock out. So while I'm reading this, I'll do a few of those. I also need to make food because I'm so hungry. I don't know if this video is going to involve much talking. I just realized something. On the spine, there's like this jewel and then a line that connects. Are the spines going to connect for the paperbacks? Because I have the hardcovers. Wait, stop. I want the spines to connect for my book. Okay, anyway, yeah, this is the video. Sorry if it's probably gonna be boring, I don't know. On the bright side, it's basically gonna be a reading vlog. I'm just gonna tell you guys my thoughts about what I'm annotating and why I'm annotating them for this particular book. So basically a reading vlog, just annotations in between. I'm gonna go make food and I'm gonna annotate. Alrighty then. Okay, so I'm about to start. This is such a weird angle, but I can never read at my desk, okay? Like that desk is literally there just for storage and decoration. So I'm gonna try to annotate like this. Sorry for the angle, that's just how it's supposed to go. First thing I put in the beginning was like a little note to her about like how excited I am for her to read it and stuff. I'm gonna start right now. I'm gonna knock out the prologue and the first chapter and see how long that takes me, and then I'm gonna come back to you guys and estimate like how much time this is gonna take me overall, like based off of the prologue and the first chapter. And I'm gonna figure out what that means for me in terms of actually annotating this book fully and giving it to her on time. Okay. Okay, I've now made it to chapter 2. It did take a while, but I don't know, like obviously takes me a bit longer to read this because I'm annotating, but also I think it's because the text is so small in this. My head is gonna be hurting while reading this. I've been annotating like just random stuff that I'd noticed my third time reading this book and like little notes that I want her to read. I'm writing stuff like keep this, oh my god, this. Yeah, sometimes I'm highlighting like little quotes that I really like. I think the method that I've used unintentionally is if a part of a book that I like happens, then I'll underline it and then write my note on the side. If I'm underlining and highlighting something, it means that it's a quote that I really, really like. But for the most part, I'm just making side commentary in the margins. I'm not writing anything meaningful, which is fine. When Selwyn showed up, I put a bunch of hearts around the paragraph because that's my baby. I love Selwyn. Yeah, my annotations, they have no real method. It's just like me freaking out about the little things. So I'm having a good time. I just think this is going to take me a while because of how small this text is. Like I said, I've read this book, but I have the hardcover edition. And the text in that is small, but it's a little bit more bearable. The book is bigger. With this, I don't know, fam. I don't know. My goal is to finish this by the end of the week. I'm gonna probably have to spend the rest of my day reading this. I'll let you guys know how far I get, what it's looking like. Alrighty. Hello, it's the next day. I'm about to go to work. I did not get far into the book. I got, I think, a little less than 60 pages in. I'm on chapter 7. Let me show you how it's looking so far. I don't know if you guys can even see it. Yeah, I've been trying to like not overdo it because like I said, this is like a pretty heavy book, not even with world building, but also with subject matter. I don't want to overwhelm my friend with all of my writing on the side, so like I've been trying to like hold back a little, but this is literally my favorite book. So like I'm like literally anything that comes into my head, I just write it down. And sometimes what I'm writing is a bit unhinged, especially when we met Sel and Nick. Oh yeah, my thoughts were like spiraling. I would say I'm gonna try to read more of this today, but I don't know. I'll probably read it in between my breaks at work. When I get home from work, I probably won't feel like reading, I'm gonna be completely honest. And then I totally forgot, tomorrow the new season of Heartstopper comes out. And I'm definitely gonna be dedicating all my time to that. I'm also gonna be making a video about the new season on my channel. And that's gonna take a lot of notes. I don't know when I'll find time to read this. I thought this week would be a perfect week, but I completely forgot. My comfort characters are coming back to me on screen. But the annotations so far are going well. Like it hasn't, I mean, I'm obviously reading at a slower pace, but it hasn't slowed me. I have a huge pimple right there. Oh no. It hasn't slowed me down too much to the point where I stop enjoying the book. Because the more I read, the more I'm like excited to write notes down in the parts that are my favorite in the book. I'm gonna try to see how much I can get through during work. I'll probably film clips of me in my car reading this in between my breaks and stuff. I'm about to go head out. I'll see you guys later. I'm at part 2 of the book. As you can see, I've been annotating, writing a lot. As the book begins to get more detailed in the world and the magical elements, I've just been like making sure to prepare her, because I remember when I first read this book, I was so overwhelmed by the information I was getting told, because it was kind of like within the first 100 pages where they just start word vomiting all of these different magical terms that I was not aware of. And I don't want my friend to feel like she's alone in that. Like, yeah, it's a little bit overwhelming. So what I've been doing is like highlighting words that she needs to remember for later on. Like, I don't tell her what they mean. Like, I'm not like spoiling it for her, okay? I'm just like making sure that she knows what exactly she needs to remember. So I've been like highlighting specific words, sentences that will play a heavier part later on, but I'm not really going into detail of what it means because I want her to be surprised. I just want her to get through this book a little easier than when I first read it. But yeah, I'm having a good time. Whenever I read Legendborn, I'm always having a good time. This is seriously like it for me. And I know I'm gonna feel like rereading the sequel too, but I'm not gonna do that because I have other books to read this month. We texted each other yesterday. We made a specific date of when we're gonna swap the books, the 19th, I think. The day I'm recording this, it's the 3rd, so I still have plenty of time. I'm not really that worried about it, but I texted her and I told her that I started annotating her book, and I told her to prepare for like a lot of excessive kind of unhinged commentary in the margins, and she was very excited. We're making progress, people. We are making progress. As you guys know, Heartstopper came out today. The way I'm dividing up my time today, every 2 episodes of Heartstopper, I'm taking an hour break to read and annotate. That's the only way I think I can, because if I just spend the whole entire day binging Heartstopper, I'm not gonna like want to do anything else after I finish it. I'm probably just gonna end up rewatching it right after I finish it, and I will never end up reading. And I need to read today because I have the day off today. I gotta make the most of my time. So I watched the first 2 episodes of Heartstopper before this. Guys, ooh, I can't wait to do a show breakdown for it on my other channel. I have so much to say and it's only the first 2 episodes. I'm reunited with my family again. Like, I'm gonna stop at part 2 right now because I think I've been reading for a little over an hour at this point. By the time I finish Heartstopper is when I think I'll update you guys again as to how the annotating process is going. Goal is to get at least halfway through the book today. We will see. Okay, bye. Okay, it's a lot later, hence why the lighting is kind of different. It's because it's darker outside. I finished Heartstopper. Ooh, don't ask me if I'm okay, because trust, I am not. But because I finished Heartstopper, that also means I got farther in the book, because I did stick to what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to do 2 episodes, then read, 2 episodes, then read. And I did that, okay? I'm at chapter 16. Chapter 15 was really info dumpy. I underlined what I needed to underline. I highlighted what I need to. But yeah, this is how it's looking. William is like describing the entire Legendborn thing, like the order, the regents, what those are. Like, it's that part of the book, right? And I love William, so I was just having a great time like highlighting and underlining all of like his witty banter and like the info that's needed. I did a reading vlog for the sequel to Legendborn, Bloodmarked. You can check that out. These characters, I can't stress enough that these are my family for real. I'm rereading Legendborn and I'm just getting so happy. Like, I love getting brought back into this world with these characters and just seeing how they started. It's really, really fun. And I know that my goal was to get halfway into the book. Right now I'm like, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm like this much into it, maybe a fourth. I'm tired. Like, I don't think words can describe how emotionally drained I am from Heartstopper. I don't know if I can handle reading Legendborn anymore today, because this is also emotionally heavy as a book. No, I've said this a lot, but a lot of the comments I'm making in the margins are so unhinged. Like, for example, at the end of chapter 15, when William is done explaining everything like about the world and stuff for 10 pages straight, I said, and that's what you missed on Glee. I'm just having really good fun. I'm not taking this too seriously. And my friend said the same thing. She's not taking it that seriously either. Like, we're kind of just writing whatever we feel. It seems like a lot, and it probably is, but I can't really do annotating any other way. Like, I'm not one of those people that can like tab and put meaning to my annotations. Like if I'm gonna annotate, which is again every once in a while, I'm not an annotator for real. If I do annotate, it's gonna be something unserious. I'll let you guys know tomorrow if I get any farther. I'm gonna try, because right now I've gotten to part 2 of the book, so I'm gonna try to get to a part 3, but I don't know. I haven't even gotten to the part where Bree discovers root yet. I'm not even that far into the book. So I'm gonna try to read, and if I can't, then oh well, I'll just read it tomorrow, though I have work tomorrow. See, I wanted to get a lot of reading done today because it's my day off, but alas, it's Heartstopper day. I should have known, but I'm happy I got some reading done. Okay, so like I'm on chapter 140 something. Yeah, I've read almost 100 pages today. And again, it's only August 3rd. I don't need to turn this in for a few weeks, but I want to put this video out as soon as possible, so we'll see. Okay, bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Chapter 22. I don't know if you can see that. Currently at work, if you couldn't tell. I'm reading in my car. Yeah, I didn't read much last night. I got like maybe 1 chapter out of the way before I just went to bed. I read a little bit this morning before I went to work, and now I'm on my break and I'm still reading. It's a very unserious process, me annotating. At some point, I really just gave up. These are not serious annotations. I don't want to give any spoilers to people that haven't read Legendborn, but I'm assuming if you have not read Legendborn, then you wouldn't be here. So I've literally, every time that Victoria comes up in a scene, I'm like, boo, you stink. And it hasn't been explained yet as to why she sucks, or like, boo, tomato, tomato. Also, the scenes with Bree and Nick and their developing friendship/relationship. Like I said, I'm literally like, every time one of those scenes happens, I'm just like giddy. I literally write whatever my mind is thinking. Let me show you how it's looking. Okay, so as you can see, sometimes I'm just writing in the margins like random stuff. Like this was one of the parts where like Nick and Bree were having a moment, and I literally put an asterisk faints. For the most part, for the past like few chapters, I've literally just been writing stuff. I haven't been highlighting or underlining anything because I'm just too lazy, unless it's parts that like I really want my friend to like understand. So like, for example, the line of Morgan, this is important, so I underlined it. Sometimes I underline and highlight depending on what I want her to focus on the most, but that's kind of how it's going so far. I have like 20 minutes left on my break, so I think what I'm going to do is literally just this. I'm not at the halfway point yet, guys. I'm like so close yet so far. I'm like a third of the way into the book. Something tells me though I'm probably going to get this done over the weekend. There's no reason why I shouldn't. There's no reason. The different interactions that Bree has as a black girl going to like a PWI and being in a secret society full of white people, her interactions are like something that needs to be noted. Like my pen is very heavy whenever those moments come up, because I always have a lot to say during those interactions. Like besides the ones with obviously Sel and Nick, I think that the interactions Bree has with almost every character is so interesting to just dissect, or not even just dissect, but just like to write my own commentary on the side, because I have a lot of thoughts when it comes to Legendborn, and it feels nice to get it down on paper. Good, great, fun time. I'm gonna spend the rest of my break reading. I'll see you guys when I get home. Hi guys, it's the next day. It's a little bit in the afternoon. I want to say I've been reading all day, but that would be a lie. I did not start reading until about an hour ago. Though I have the day off, I'm trying to spend some of it reading, obviously, but I also need to prepare to make my Heartstopper video today. And so I spent most of my morning rewatching season 2 so that I can make the video later tonight. But before all of that, I have continued annotating and reading. I've made it to part 3 of the book, so that's exciting. And whenever I get to like the root part of the book, I always get a little bit like emotional. I feel like any black person, specifically black woman that read that part, get like a little bit like emotionally drained. But annotating it was really, really fun, because like I said, this is like my 3rd time going through this book. So just like noting different things and like what I think this time around really helps me analyze it a little bit better, especially with how things play out in the second book when it comes to root and aether and all of that. It's just really nice. Yeah, I just spent like a majority of my time annotating for the past hour, just like noting different things about the root that I think it is cool, that I think my friend will also think is pretty neat. I also gave her a warning beforehand about how dark part 3 of the book gets, because it is centered around roots for Black people. There's a lot of Black trauma. So my friend is Black, so I'm just gonna like, I warned her beforehand, like on page, like, hey, go into this cautiously, please. You've been warned, because that's the one thing I tried to write as many like trigger warnings as I could for her at the beginning of the book, because I don't think Tracy wrote any, because like I think a lot of people go into this not really knowing anything. Like they know that it's a King Arthur retelling, but then they don't know about like the actual Black trauma that is involved in the book, involving Black history, Black culture, etc., etc. So I made a note for her before part 3, like pause if you need to, mentally prepare yourself, emotionally prepare yourself, because it's about to get heavy really quickly. Like I just finished the first chapter of part 3 and I already need a break, and I've only been reading for an hour. I'm on chapter 27 now, and honestly my goal was to get through this book by today, but I don't think that's gonna happen because of how little time I have in a day to do what I need to do. I will see you guys later. Hi. Oh wow, I look like a mess. It's okay. It's like probably a few days later. I don't remember the last time I filmed. Sorry. I think the date is like August 7th. I've been officially reading this book for a week. I'm very close to being done. Well, let me show you how much I have left, okay? I have like this much left, so I'm not close, but over half. I'm currently at the part where Nick is gone. I don't mean to laugh because I love Nick, but Nick is gone with his dad somewhere. And so for the rest of the book, for the most part, you guys know, if you've read the book, it's just going to be Sel and Bree moments. Prepare to be sick of me. Prepare to be sick of me. I literally had to warn my friend. I wrote in the annotations, and I quote, "From this point on, I'm going to be 10 times more annoying than I already am because the Sel and Bree ship has officially activated. Apologies in advance." I had to let them know. Even in this chapter alone. Wait, let me show you. In this one chapter alone, I've already like and this chapter is only like 3 or 4 pages long. Like what? I'm gonna be unbearable from this point on for the rest of the book, which is why I think it's gonna take me longer to annotate. Like, I'm sorry. Bloodmarked kind of made me a Sel Bree shipper, so now I have to annotate all of their moments in Legendborn, because I haven't read Legendborn since I read Bloodmarked. So this kind of just, it's fueling the fire that I need until that 3rd book comes out. Oh, I'm living. Yeah, annotations have been going great so far. Like I said, I haven't been able to read much the past few days because I've been pretty busy, but I'm happy that like I'm almost there. Like maybe I have like a little less than 200 pages left. If I were to make a guess, I don't know, I'm not counting, but yeah, that's the update. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to try to read tomorrow morning before I head out. guys, I'm so close to finishing it. I think I have like around or less than 100 pages. What's that on my face? Hello? Anyway, yeah, I'm very close to finishing it. Okay, so we're at the gala. Okay, so you know that shit's about to go down at the gala. If you know, you know, okay? But I was heavily annotating the parts where Bree's mom left that memory for her in that little bracelet or necklace, whatever, highlighting to the max. Oh, I know my friend's gonna be sick of me, but that chapter is so important. I've never been a good note taker. I always end up highlighting a whole paragraph. So that's kind of what I did for the chapter. And I underlined a bunch. And now that she's at this gala, Sel and Nick are literally like fighting for her hand. It's crazy. Like, let me show you what the page looks like. I don't know if you can even see that, but this is literally... I'm a mess. This is literally what it looks like. And it gets worse. It gets worse. You see, I am a Sel girly, okay? But I do love them both equally. I'm looking at these pages and I really did write a lot. I did not need to do that much, but I was really in the moment. Okay, like I was really in there. Okay, now that I'm looking at it, it's not as much for Nick, but I did put little hearts when he showed up. I really don't know if you can see anything that I'm writing, but yeah. I'm trying to be unbiased, but I think my friend is going to be able to tell when she sees how heavily annotated Sel's scenes are. Oh, my bad. I'm getting to literally the last act of the book. So I think I'll update you guys when I'm finally finished with it, because I want to finish this today. I've been dragging this out for way too long, longer than I thought. Well, no, I had a feeling it would take this long. It's been over a week. I need to finish this. So yeah. Gonna get back to reading. I'll see you guys when I'm done. I think I did it. I annotated Legendborn. I finished it today and I'm exhausted. That was so much fun. That was so much fun. And I would love to do this again for another friend, especially when it comes to reading my favorite book. Like, that just made the entire experience just so like I felt like I was in it even more than I already felt the past 2 times I've read Legendborn. I also ended up annotating the bonus chapter, because if you guys don't know, there's a bonus chapter in the paperback copy of Legendborn and it's in Sel's perspective. So I annotated the fuck out of that because I only read that chapter once, and I read it when I was rushing to do something else, so I wasn't even paying attention to what I was reading. I was just like, oh my god, a Sel bonus chapter, let me read it. So I didn't really remember anything from that chapter besides like little bits and pieces. So it was nice basically reading it for the first time and annotating that for her, because she can probably be able to tell by all my annotations for Sel that I am literally a Sel diehard. Oh, don't hate me. I know some people hate Sel, okay? I don't know what you want me to do about that. That's not my problem. Friend texted me the other day saying that she got my book, that she's going to be annotating for me. And the way she described it, I think I already know what book she's getting. So that's going to be interesting. From the way that she described how I would feel reading the book that she chose, I know now the book that she chose. I'm not telling you guys just in case I'm wrong and I sound like an idiot, but I think I have a feeling, and I think it's a popular book too, that I've been putting off reading for a minute for a reason, but I'm gonna give it a chance. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of my Legendborn annotation vlog. I'm sorry that this video took forever. For you guys, it'll probably be like 2 weeks since I last uploaded. Whoops. But that's kind of how long it took me to do this. So please have mercy. But if you enjoyed this video, thank you. If you'd like to follow me on social media, it's right here. I mostly interact on Twitter and Instagram. But if you guys would like to follow me on my other socials, they will be linked down in the description below. And yeah, I think that's it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.